You are watching AI generate a video clip directly inside DaVinci Resolve. No browser tab open, no export, no uploading to another platform. That just happened right inside the timeline. My name is Tech Tutor, and today we are looking at something that genuinely surprised me. Higgsfield just dropped a free plugin that brings their entire AI toolkit directly inside DaVinci Resolve. 7 tools, 1 installer, and you never have to leave your edit. No more going to the website, downloading results, and re-importing everything. That whole back and forth is gone. You open the Higgsfield panel, select a clip, run the AI, and the result drops straight into your timeline. The plugin works on both macOS and Windows, and it is completely free to install. Link is in the description. Let's get into it. Once you land on the main interface of Higgsfield AI, hover your mouse over plugins in the top menu and you'll see a list of plugins available for different software. For this demo, I'll select DaVinci Resolve. This is what the page should look like once you get here. The plugin includes a wide range of AI-powered tools that work directly inside DaVinci Resolve, so let's take a quick look at some of them. First, we have AI LUT Creator. This tool can match the look of any reference image and automatically apply similar colors, contrast, and mood to your footage directly inside DaVinci Resolve. Next is Generate AI Image, which allows you to generate images and add them directly into your existing project. Moving on, there's Reframe, which can automatically convert your footage into different aspect ratios. There's also Background Removal, which can remove the background from both images and video clips directly inside DaVinci Resolve. And one of my personal favorites, Draw to Edit. This lets you make targeted edits to specific parts of your footage using simple brush selections and AI prompts. There are many other useful tools available as well to help speed up your editing workflow. When you scroll down, you'll find the download section for the plugin. In most cases, the macOS versions are very easy to install and don't require any third-party software. I'm using Windows, so I'll select the Windows version, which downloads as a CCX file. If you're not familiar with plugin installation, I already covered the complete setup process in my Higgsfield Adobe plugin tutorial. I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. This is my DaVinci Resolve workspace, and I already have a few sample clips on the timeline that I'll be using throughout this demonstration. To enable the plugin, click on Workspace, then under Workflow Integrations, select Higgsfield. When this window appears for the first time, click Continue in Browser. Inside your browser, click Continue to sign in, and once you reach this page, simply click Allow to complete the connection. When you return to DaVinci Resolve, you'll see that the Higgsfield plugin has loaded successfully. At the top, you'll find your previous generations, which you can import directly into your timeline. Below that, you'll find all the available tools and features you can use without leaving your editor. The first tool I'll test is Reframe. This is the video I'll be using for the first demo. Make sure you select the clip you want to modify on the timeline, then click Reframe. You can choose any aspect ratio depending on your project, but for this demo, I'll select 9:16. Then click Generate and give it a few moments to process. The result is now ready, and as you can see, the video has been successfully converted to a 9:16 aspect ratio, while preserving the important details and keeping the subject properly framed throughout the shot. If you'd like to add it to your timeline, simply click Import and choose either Media Pool or Timeline. The clip will be added directly into DaVinci Resolve without needing to download and re-upload it manually. As you can see, the new version has now been added directly to the timeline, and from here, you can continue editing, trimming, or applying any additional effects you need. Now let's go back to the original clip and test some of the other features. As always, make sure the clip you want to edit is selected on the timeline first. This time, I'll be testing Higgsfield Cinema Studio. You can see that the selected clip has automatically been set as the reference video because I highlighted it earlier on the timeline. For the genre, I'll select Drama. Then under Style, I'll change the lighting option to Soft Cross while leaving the camera setting on Auto for now. Under the camera settings section, you can customize things like focal length, aperture, camera type, and much more if you know exactly what look you're going for. For this demo, I'll set the focal length to 75 while leaving most of the other settings on auto. Now I'll enter a simple prompt. Make it more cinematic. The original clip is 10 seconds long, so I'll keep the duration at 10 seconds as well. I'll set the quality to 1080p. And if you're unsure which aspect ratio to use, simply leave it on auto. This setting controls the number of variations you want generated. For this demo, I'll request 2 versions. I'll leave audio enabled and click generate. As you can see, both variations are being generated simultaneously, so let's give them a moment to finish. The results are now ready. What's impressive is that both outputs are based on the same source footage, yet they each have a different cinematic style, camera treatment, and visual direction. For a better comparison, you can see them playing side by side on screen. All of these changes were created directly inside DaVinci Resolve without exporting the clip to another platform. And now let's look at the second variation. This one also came out really well. The cinematic treatment feels natural and the changes blend seamlessly with the original footage. Once again, if you'd like to use it, simply click import and the video will be added directly to your timeline. Now let's test the edit video option. Here you can access tools such as draw to edit, reframe, remove background, and upscale. For this demo, however, I'll leave those options alone and simply enter this prompt. Add a second lady into the clip and let her also be applying a cream on her body. There are 3 models available: Seedance 2, Seedance 2, Fast, and Cling 3. For this example, I'll select Seedance 2, click generate, and wait for the result. The result is now ready. As you can see, a second woman has been added to the scene. Since I didn't specify exactly where I wanted her to appear, the AI naturally introduced her toward the end of the clip while following the action I described. The main point of this demo is to show that you can modify and recreate existing footage directly inside your editor without exporting clips to a separate AI platform and then importing them back again. Moving on to the next example, this time I'll be testing the color grading tool. This is the clip I'll be using. And to use this feature, you'll need to upload a reference image containing the color grade you want to apply to your footage. I've uploaded the reference image, and as you can see, my original footage is quite bright while the reference image has a darker, more cinematic look. My goal is to transfer that darker color grade onto the video. You can also adjust the strength of the effect before applying it. I'll set mine to 80% and then click generate. You can see that Higgsfield has automatically analyzed the color profile of the reference image. It identified details such as exposure, contrast, and other grading properties, then applied those adjustments directly inside DaVinci Resolve. Instead of manually tweaking multiple color controls, the tool handled everything automatically. As you can see, the footage now matches the darker cinematic style of the reference image, and the look is applied consistently throughout the entire video. The final feature I'll be testing is Draw to Edit, which is one of the most powerful tools included in the Higgsfield plugin. You can move to any point in the video where you want the change to begin, choose a brush color, and then paint over the specific object or area you want to modify. I'll enter a prompt that says, replace the cream with a body spray. Then I'll click generate and give it some time to process the change. Let's take a look at the result. As you can see, the video starts with the original cream product. Then, when it reaches the section I edited, the cream is replaced with a body spray exactly as requested. This means you can use Draw to Edit to modify specific objects at specific moments within a video clip. The only limitation here is that the hand positioning wasn't fully adjusted to match the new object. But considering how quickly AI video tools are improving, I expect refinements like that to become even better over time. And that's it for this tutorial. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future AI workflow tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.